Hi there, my name is Maxine and I love to just make these little random videos about life and what happens in it. So today is Friday the 23rd of January and I've just started my 4 days off for this week. I currently only work 3 days and I absolutely love it. So this morning we've been and done the weekly shop, and then me and my husband David always pop into town for a cuppa. We have a whatever we fancy. We've had a gingerbread latte today, and we always go to Waterstones on a Friday. And in Waterstones, this particular one that we go in, there's a woman who's there. She's the cleaner there, and we see her quite regular. And it's got to the point where we've started like saying hello and smiling to her because she sees us every week. But today we went into the toilets in Waterstones, and in this little cubicle area where the toilets are, there's 2 toilets. So David got there before me, so he was in one and this cleaner was in the other one, and it really made me smile because she was inside the toilet and I could hear her. She was humming along to herself and it was quite loud, and I could just hear her cleaning and humming. And then she came out and she saw me and she had this lovely smile on her face, and I said, "You sound really happy, what you're listening to." And this lady's not English. I'm not sure what nationality she is, but she understands what I was saying to her, and I heard her say something back about religious. So I said, "Oh, are you listening to a prayer?" And she says, "No, I'm listening to a hymen." And I'm like, hymen? And she went, HYMN. And I said, you're listening to a hymn. And she said, yes. And it just really kind of like made me stop and think, because she was cleaning public toilets and she was humming away to herself. And she just had a lovely smile, and it just made my day, quite honestly. And the lady, like I said, was just cleaning public toilets. So yeah, we should all be a little bit like that, shouldn't we, if we can. So I've got back home and I was doing a little bit of ironing. I just got a bit of ironing to do. Well, I did that. David got on and cooked us a bit of breakfast. And all of a sudden he said the most amazing words to me. And he said, "I think this toaster's gone." And I was like, yes, yes. We have had a mixed matched toaster and kettle for I don't know how long. And it's every time I look at it, it's been driving me crazy. But he put his foot down and he wouldn't allow me to buy a new set. But now that the toaster's gone, I can have a new toaster and I can have a new kettle. So that is going to be on my radar, hopefully maybe sometime this week. And yeah, just for clarification, I am excited about a new kettle and a new toaster, because that is how sad and mundane my life is at the minute. But there we go. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to going out and spending a bit of my husband's money. The other thing that I'm going to crack on with today is calligraphy. I bought this set, must be 18 months to 2 years ago, and I bought it off a lovely lady off Instagram, and I thought it was really time I needed to start using it. So I'm going to just have an hour or so doing that. But before I bought that one, I bought this one, and I bought this one from The Works. It wasn't particularly expensive, and I'd really forgot I'd got it. It's been hiding in my desk, so I've got it out today to try to use it, and you get these little vials of ink, and they all seem to have dried up for some reason. They're not, it just won't work. So it looks like this is going to have to go in the bin, but I will be able to salvage. I've got like a instruction book with it, and it teaches you a bit of things, and I've also got an exercise pad in there with, it's just got some proper lines on it. So that is the other bit. It's going to have to go, bits will go in the recycling and whatnot. But yeah, that's a real shame. So for the next hour or so, I'm just going to keep myself entertained and do a bit of calligraphy. So I'll see you in a little while. So I've had a good hour or so doing the calligraphy. I've made a few mistakes, but I'm just going to keep trying. At the minute, I'm just trying to concentrate on getting the pressure right. So on the downward stroke, I've got ink all over. So on the downward stroke, you've got to be quite firm. It's got to be a thick stroke, and on the upward stroke, it's got to be a lighter stroke. So it's getting it into my brain when you're doing like a D, where to put the pressure on and where to take it off. So yeah, every time I do it, I'm just going to add a letter to it all the time. So today it was time for D, so and then I've done the D's. Yeah, that's the D's, and then I've redone the A, B, C and D's as well. So that's me done for now. It is 2:15. So I'm going to go and try and find something else to do. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do now, but I do have another video actually from the last few days that I need to get edited and put up. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'll catch you probably tomorrow now. Bye for now. It is now Saturday morning and we're just about to head off out to do a bit of shopping, but I just thought I'd do a really quick outfit of the day. So I've got on a oversized white shirt and this little pink sleeveless top, and I crocheted this one myself. I've got a necklace on that I made myself, and that's got a little butterfly charm on it. I've got some grey distressed jeans on, ankle length, and I've got some flat loafers on. The jacket is one that I've had for absolutely years. I bought it from H&M and I bought it in the sale, but I've never actually worn it. So I've took the label off today and I've noticed that the pockets are still stitched up, so I'm gonna have to get them sorted when I get out, when I get home. The bag is a bag I've actually upcycled from a pair of Davies jeans, and I've lined it with a dress, grey and sort of like white dress that I used to have. So that is my outfit of the day. We're going to a shopping centre and I've got a few things on my list. The main thing I want to try and get today is a new kettle and toaster. So let's see if I can get that. So I'll catch up with you in a little while. So before we hit the shops, we've decided to have a McDonald's breakfast. Are you ever too old for a McDonald's? So we've got back from shopping and unfortunately I didn't get my kettle or my toaster. I've decided I want a grey set, and the ones that I saw were either way too expensive. We went in Curry's and I saw this kettle, and you know when you just see something you think you really like it, and it was a DeLonghi one and it was £114, and that was just for the kettle. So I didn't end up obviously getting that one. So I'm still on the lookout for a new kettle and toaster, and it just means, you know, that I'm going to have to keep shopping. So it's no big deal that I didn't get one today. So I'll just run through some of the things that I did get, because I'm still looking for some little bits to go on the windowsill in the conservatory. And I've been in Primark and I saw this. I just really like the shape of this vase. It's like a little flowered, like almost like a tulip type of shape, and I just like, again, the colours, just a really nice simple pop of colour. And that was £5 and that was reduced to £3. So that is now going to go and live on the windowsill. And I've recently taken up calligraphy, and I've thought I'd better get myself some ink. And when we went to town yesterday, I did see these in the works, and it's acrylic ink. But I wasn't sure whether you could use this on calligraphy, because I'd never even heard of acrylic ink. And I asked the shop assistant and he said he didn't know. So I got back and I googled it, and it says you can use it in calligraphy, but because it's water based, you can't leave it on the nib because it will rust it apparently, so you've got to like wash it off straight away. But because I'm still very much learning, I didn't want to pay a fortune for the ink. So these were £10 reduced down to £3. But I've also bought some, well, I've ordered some off Amazon for, I think it's about £6. It's a 100ml sort of bottle, and that is just the black ink. So I think that's coming Tuesday. The other thing we've bought today is an aloe vera plant. Davis found out that these are really good for absorbing moisture out of the air. So this one is going to go and live in the living room. And I think hopefully I've still got a little proper plant pot that can go in. And while I was also in the range, I've picked this up. And it's a little gong, and there was 3 different types, and this one just says at the front, hello sunshine. It's got a pair of wings on the back, and it's got a long sturdy stick so you can just jab it in. So I'm going to pop that in there, and that one was £1.87, but I just really liked him. I thought he was quite fun. And the other thing that I've been looking for is a new makeup bag, because my other one is a disgrace. It's had it. So I bought this again. Got this from Primark. Got it with my initial on it. And that was £8. And what I like about this is it's also got a separate compartment at the bottom, so you can stick all your little lipsticks and whatnot in there. So I'm going to declutter my old makeup bag today and sort that out and start using that one. But again, because it's Saturday, that means it is football day, which means my little granddaughter will be coming, which means I'll be babysitting. So I just want to try and get maybe an hour practice with the calligraphy before she descends. And we managed to also pop up to my in-laws with my mother-in-law's present today. And it's a good job we went today, because tomorrow they're actually going on a cruise. They do like their holiday, so we've managed to catch her in time before she jets off. So I'm going to go and crack on now and do a bit of my calligraphy. And so I just wanted to say thank you very much for taking the time to watch. And if you have subscribed, again, I really appreciate it, as I do anybody that watches any of my videos. And hopefully I will see you very soon in the next one. And I'm really hoping in the next one I will have got maybe my kettle and toaster, but we'll see. But bye for now.